The scenario of a war between two NATO members, Greece and Turkey, described quite recently, is becoming more and more real and tangible. The specific reason for a possible war is the division of the Mediterranean shelf with oil and gas fields. At the same time, the country, which is also a NATO member, unexpectedly but very decisively, came out on the side of Greece. And this country is a whole France, a nuclear power, a permanent member of the UN Security Council. In the event of a military confrontation only between Greece and Turkey, the latter has an obvious advantage. The intervention of France radically changes the situation. The French ground forces have the least influence on this situation. In terms of the number of tanks and artillery systems, they are much weaker than both the Greek and Turkish ones. Ground military air defense is absolutely insignificant. Now it consists only of Mistral manpads. It is difficult to imagine the transfer of French ground contingents to Greece. But it is no less difficult to imagine in general a land war between Greece and Turkey through a very short and geographically inconvenient continental border between these countries, especially since the border is far from the disputed shelf. Accordingly, the weakness of the French ground forces does not matter much. What matters is French air and sea potential. In terms of the number of American F-16C and D fighter, Turkey currently has an advantage over Greece 235 to 154, according to the old, but still vigorous Phantoms, 43 to 33, while Turkey also has 20 equally old ones in service, but upgraded F-5. In addition, at least 1,500 different outdated aircraft are in storage on each side, but their return to service is hardly possible. True, Greece has 42 more French fighter bomber Mirage 2000, to which France can add 156 similar aircraft of several modifications at once, and the French have up to 64 such aircraft in storage. This already significantly changes the balance of power, but France has 105 much more modern Rafale V, belonging to the 4+ generation. Even a partial use of this potential immediately changes the balance of power against Turkey. It may be recalled that in the only real air battle in October 1996, the Greek Mirage 2000 shot down a Turkish F-16D. Rafale is obviously much better than the F-16. Another 43 Rafale M is carried by the only French nuclear-powered aircraft carrier Charles de Gaulle. However, nothing prevents the deck Rafale from flying from ground airfields, further increasing the superiority of the French-Greek coalition in the air. According to the German-built submarines of the Project 209 of various modifications, Turkey has an advantage over Greece of 12 to 7. However, Greece has 4 newest submarines of the Project 214. France can put up 4 Rubis-class submarines, thereby providing the French-Greek side with certain superiority underwater. In terms of frigates, Turkey surpasses Greece by a ratio of 22 to 13. France has 29 frigates, of which 11 are actually destroyers. These destroyers are significantly superior in their performance characteristics to any of the Turkish frigates. In terms of the number of missile boats, Turkey bypasses Greece by very little between 19 and 17, so the French-Greek coalition will have a significant superiority in the surface forces. It is clear that in a potential conflict it is impossible to involve all available air and sea forces, but this applies equally to all parties. The Greeks are able to deploy their air defense systems on the islands in the Aegean Sea, and they have already deployed the S-300P in Crete. This could create additional problems for the Turkish Air Force. However, the Turks are theoretically able to bring the S-400 to their Mediterranean coast, then the French and Greeks will become sad. The question is how much the Turkish military mastered the newly purchased air defense system and how much they bought the air defense system for it. There is evidence that there are only about 120 missiles, that is, less than Greece and France have combat aircraft. True, if the S-400 knocks down at least a couple of dozen aircraft, The rest will sharply diminish the desire to climb into its zone of action. Egypt can quite openly side with Paris and Athens, and put up against Ankara up to 300 modern combat aircraft, F-16, Mirages 2000, Rafale and MiG-29, 3 Project 209 submarines, 11 frigates, not less than 30 missile boats. Moreover, the United Arab Emirates, which have 78 F-16s of the most advanced T and F modifications and up to 58 Mirages 2000 in the Air Force, at least 30 missile corvettes and boats in the Navy, can also act on its side. It is clear that the Emirates will not send all this into battle, but even a third of this potential will make Turkey's position completely sad. And in this case, the Syrian troops and Kurdish formations, with the feasible help of the Russian aviation, will be able to cleanse Idlib and Afrin from the Turks and their local puppets. Thank you everyone for watching this video.